Jaylen Brown. And so when you think about how he's doing more with less, coming into the season, they win total preseason was maxed at what, 41?
Sure.
Name me a better story.
This is a compelling argument. And Perk, this argument may get more compelling. It's a compelling argument.
Well,
it's not unreasonable.
And right now, the conversation when you're talking about Victor, when you're talking about Nikola, and then SGA to a lesser degree, he has a little bit more margin for error here. Those are two players that are in the top 5 in the MVP race that are on a razor's edge when it comes to games played and still being available to even be considered. Jaylen Brown is well within the qualifications right now to be able to do so. This could come down to the wire. Let's go coast to coast, though, on some action from around the league. This we can settle now. The MVP discussion may have to wait. Let's start in H-Town. Reed Shepherd, career-high 7 threes for him. Alperen Şengün had his 3rd triple-double of the season. The Rockets obliterated the Kings. Perk, how much do you love seeing this from Şengün?
Well, look, when the Kings in town, damn it, it's time to get your feet on the ground. Your confidence is going to go up. But look, any win right now, any type of chemistry moment for the Rockets is great going into the postseason. So long as they continue to develop and get guys' confidence and get on the same page, I love it, especially from Şengün.
Let's go to the other side of this one, to the Kings, because DeMar DeRozan, he scored 15 points. He moved into the top 20 all-time career points. He passed Paul Pierce and John Havlicek. Mr. Spears, you're a Hall of Famer. Is he?
I think he's going to push himself up the list. He's with 1,000 more points. He'll be in the top 15. The problem is he has Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook ahead of him. Chris Paul and LeBron have been his mentor in terms of being healthy and longevity. Yeah, if you're in the top 15, you have to be in.
All right, well, certainly something.
Also a gold medal.
On there, absolutely. The Cavaliers, though, they're missing Mitchell, Mobley, and James Harden last night, but they came this close to forcing overtime. Jared Allen, he had the tip in, but it was just after the buzzer. We're going to show it here in a second. Brian, how concerned are you about the Harden injury?
Apparently not, because James doesn't seem that concerned about it. You know, it's a broken bone. Players who have this injury in the past typically miss, a few weeks, but I think he's going to try to play in Detroit tomorrow night. He's going to play through it. He has a reputation of that, and let me put some respect on the Bucks' name. Bucks have won 8 out of 10.
Yeah, they are 8-2 over their last 10 games. They have the best field goal percentage, too, Brian, in the NBA over that span. Milwaukee averaging nearly 70 points a game on pick plays thanks to Kevin Porter Jr., Ryan Rollins, and Jericho Sims trying to keep that. Big Perk, I heard there's someone that you think is standing on, what am I standing on again?
This is my camera.
That's going to be your camera.
Standing on business. John, you better stand on business. Stand on business. Hell yeah, we standing on business today. Standing on business. Raise that damn camera up. Don't put too much attention on them shoes. I know they love it, but we gonna put this attention right here on this young man, Jalen Duren, or should I say this grown-ass man that stood on business last night, but has been standing on business all season long. When you talk about being a guy that get buckets by doing what he do best, and that's being physical, setting hard screens, rolling to the basket. I want you to look at this possession right here. Gets a putback off an offensive rebound, his own miss, anchoring the defense, going chase that down, blocked it with the left hand. Then look at him again, a space eater. Set a screen, roll to the basket, always hanging around the rim, and there's a monster on the offensive glass. Finish that. Jalen Duren is really taking that leap. Wendy, we talked about him setting screens. Look at this great pick he set on Luke Dortz last night. Get the screen, roll, nice little spin with the finesse, good English on the ball for the layup. This man has been a monster. It's a reason that he's one of the reasons why I have the Pistons coming out of the Eastern Conference, because him and Kate Cunningham has looked like the best duo in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, when you look at those numbers, it's easy to see why. And Mark Spears, you have a story on Jalen Duren that's coming out on Anscape tomorrow. What stood out to you about that conversation that you had with him?
Well, I asked him about their first-round exit against the New York Knicks, and it's just too nightmarish for him to even watch it. He hasn't watched it yet. Said he just plays it over and over in his head. That being said, he feels like this team doesn't have to pay dues. They're ready to win a championship, and to me, he said, it might sound crazy, but we are looking to win a championship. We're not looking to wait. We feel we have the guys, we have the coaching staff, we have the mentality, the play style to do so. and we're trying to go get it. In order for them to go get it, obviously Cade Cunningham is going to have to lead them that way, but also Jalen Duren, he's basically their number 2 option. Talked to JB Bickerstaff about that. He agreed. And when you look at Jalen Duren, his last 3 games, he's averaged like around 27 points a game, which is outstanding for the All-Star. And I think if the Pistons are going to really compete for a championship as he expects, Jalen Duren has to be an offensive force, Robin to Cade's Batman.
That's really great reporting. I don't know that it sounds crazy to have that mentality. You should have that mentality when you've been a number 1 seed, when you've had the best record in the league. But history is going to say, hey, hold on, young fellas. Usually you need to get there before you get there. Right, Brian?
Yeah, so first off, I didn't think last season was like a scar for the Pistons. I thought they did great. I thought they won a play-in game, and they pushed the Knicks to pretty much the max, 6 games. But you know, that's why you guys are competitors and you're a champion. Like, to me, I'm not stressed out about the Pistons having to win this year. Like, to me, the organization could have gone out and made big additions at the trade deadline, but they said, let's just let this thing breathe a little bit. They don't feel the pressure to win. To me, they remind me of what I call the finish your breakfast Thunder, which was 2 years ago. They won 57 games. They got to the second round, and when they lost, they went out and traded for Alex Caruso, signed Hartenstein, won the title the next year. To me, that's the track that they're on. But obviously, Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham want it to be known. They're trying to win it all right now.
I actually love this. I love this. I love young fellas, young franchise guys saying this. You should want to win the championship, and you should believe that you and your squad could go win it. I remember when Dwight Howard got drafted by the Orlando Magic, and Doc Rivers came in, he told a story, and he was like, they had an article because, you know, Doc obviously had a house in Orlando, you know, right on the golf course, obviously, because he loved the golf. But he told a story, he showed us a newspaper article, and he said, look at what Dwight Howard said as a rookie. He said, I want to win the championship right now. Why wouldn't you? Like, that age stuff and how young you are, like, no matter what our beliefs are, I want to hear that. I want to hear you speak that into existence. Here's the question I have to ask to you guys, is this. I just broke down the film. He's not, when I look at Jalen Duren, I don't believe that he's a bona fide number 2 option because I didn't see a lot of plays being ran for him yesterday, meaning post-ups, here you go. Like, they don't feature him like they would feature a Jokic or an Embiid. So it got to come from other areas, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he can't do this ever, but he's generally a guy who doesn't get his own shot.
Right.
It's set up for him. And by the way, he gets his own shot by getting rebounds and putting it back up.
Not a lot of big men do, though, right?
Correct. And so that's what, if there's a criticism of the Pistons, it's that they don't have, beyond Cade, that guy who can create shots for other guys.
Right.
In a playoff setting, when he gets trapped.
Especially in the half court, yeah.
That is, I mean, and by the way, that doesn't mean they can't overcome.
And one thing I like about him, too, he gets on, for a big fella, you know, just like Perk used to, man, he get on that break and finish with the dunks.
Yeah.
Just like Perk used to. Perk's getting a lot of love here. Well, the Pistons playing as well. That is when we go all access. It's one of my favorite days of the year. I'm so excited for this. ESPN, our doubleheader, they're going to kick us off against the Cavaliers, and then the Nuggets and the Thunder. Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq tip off our coverage, and are going to break it all down. Friends, did you see this earlier today? The Hawks announced that they're hosting, and this is real, Magic City Mondays, and this is my favorite part. It's a celebration of the, quote, iconic cultural institution.
Hey, you ever had the wings?
I thought it's because they were playing the Magic.
Hey,
saying it's not.
You ever had those wings?
They are
Excuse me,
playing
Perk,
the
I have
Magic.
not.
It's on March 16th.
They're fired. They're fired.
Boneless?
All flats.
March 16th, Atlanta's T.I.
Not like the drums.
is going to be there, and there will be Lou Will lemon pepper wings
Might need to make a trip.
for everyone. Perk, I don't think you can expense that trip. Hey, coming up here on NBA Today, it's the anniversary of Dame's 71-point game. Our panels weighs in on maybe who could light up the scoreboard next with 70 points.